wanted to do this video for a while. The differences between an enduro and a dual sport. So I myself didn't realize about a year ago the differences even. I commented on one of the dirt bike channel's videos about the DRZ, and he said something about the weight, and I was kind of like put off and like, well, blah blah blah, you know, kind of upset about what he had said, but I didn't understand what he was talking about. So I'm gonna try to explain it. Some people watching this might already know, and I'll try to cover all the differences that I can off the top of my head while we're riding through this trail, but basically I'll do the best I can to try to explain it. So, first of all, the main difference here is going to be weight. There's on average about a 100-pound difference between, and a lot of times more, but about 100 pounds difference between a dual sport and an enduro, and especially two strokes. Like KLRs, they weigh 300 and some, close to 400. DRZs come in over 300 pounds, and WRs are what, 270, 280. So the first biggest difference is weight. The second biggest difference is going to be, you know, a dual sport is meant to be as reliable as a regular road-going motorcycle, like a cruiser or a sports bike, you know, in terms of maintenance intervals and reliability and stuff. You know, on my DRZ I can go 3,500 miles on an oil change if I really wanted to. Uh-oh, these guys are getting it a little bit. Got away from me for a second there. So, an enduro is actually a race bike most of the time. Like this KTM two-stroke I'm riding, and that's another thing, most enduros are two-stroke. They have a lot more maintenance intervals, and they're a lot more finicky. Trailer queens, if you will. When you're off-roading, man, these things absolutely fly. But that's all they do. You can't go 3,500 miles on a change of oil. Like these two strokes, they have transmission oil, or gear oil, if you will. And I just passed my 10-hour mark, which is when you're supposed to change them on this one, and I looked at my odometer and it was about 200 miles. So you're doing an oil change every 200 miles, right? Well, that's not gonna work for the road. So there's a huge difference right there. A lot of times enduros have lights and big stators and stuff like that, and giant gas tanks. Like this one has a 2-point-something gallon gas tank, which like a motocross dirt bike would have like a 1-point-something gallon tank, right? When it comes to performance, these two-stroke enduros generally have double the power of a dual sport. Like my DRZ has what, 33 horsepower stock. This thing has 55 horsepower stock. Jet it and get a pipe on there, and you're right about 60 horsepower in a bike that weighs, you know, 100 pounds less. So it's a rocket, literally. Well, we go back to that whole maintenance schedule thing. Stopping and changing gear oil every 200 miles. You know, you can do 200 miles in a day on a bike. You know, if you were going to do road riding with some off-road riding and exploration, definitely get a dual sport, because they do behave like a regular road motorcycle. But if off-road's your thing, go for the two-stroke enduro 100%. Skip all the other BS. Just get a 250, 300 two-stroke enduro. I guess that's going to be this video. I'm sure there's things I'm missing. If there's something I missed about enduros versus dual sports and the differences, let me know in the comment section. Let other people know. I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Ground's pretty soft.